The truth is really pure and never ever simple. I, for one, have the simplest tastes. I am always satisfied with the best. Please keep love in your heart. A life without it is like a sunless garden where the flowers are dead. When I was young, I thought that money was the most important thing in life. And now that I am old, I know for certain that it is. The world is divided into two classes: those who believe the incredible and those who do the improbable. A man who does not think for himself simply does not think at all. The only difference between the saint and the sinner is that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. I have nothing to declare except my genius. There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and of course the other is getting it. No man is ever rich enough to buy back his past. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does, and that is his. There are only two kinds of people who are really fascinating: people who know absolutely everything, and people who know absolutely nothing. Success is a science. If you have the conditions, you get the result. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. They say he has no enemies, but is intensely disliked by his friends. The deception of others, that is what the world calls a romance. If there were less sympathy in the world, there would be less trouble in the world. There is only one thing in life worse than being talked about, and that is, of course, not being talked about. I, for one, never travel without my diary, as one should always have something sensational to read when on the train. I am simply not young enough to know everything. Men always want to be a woman's first love. Women like to be a man's last romance. Life is never fair, and perhaps it is a good thing for most of us that it is not. Whenever people agree with me, I always feel I must be wrong. Everybody who is incapable of learning has taken to teaching. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. The world has grown suspicious of anything that looks like a happily married life. There is always something ridiculous about the emotions of people whom one has ceased to love. Those who find ugly meanings in beautiful things are corrupt without being charming. This is a fault. Experience is simply the name we give to our mistakes. Between men and women there is no friendship possible. There is passion, enmity, worship, love, but no friendship. You will always be fond of me. I represent to you all the sins you have never had the courage to commit. Questions are never indiscreet. Answers sometimes are. To expect the unexpected shows a thoroughly modern intellect. I can resist everything except temptation. A true friend stabs you in the front. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is that things are what they are and will be what they will be. A man can be happy with any woman as long as he does not love her. No woman should ever be quite accurate about her age, as it looks so calculating. The moment you think you understand a great work of art, it's simply dead for you. One can survive everything nowadays except death, and live down everything except a good reputation. The old believe everything, the middle-aged suspect everything, and the young know everything. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. It is always the unreadable that occurs. Truth be told, it is better to have a permanent income than to be fascinating. Laughter is not at all a bad beginning for a friendship, and it is far the best ending for one. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. One's real life is so often the life that one does not lead. Work is the curse of the drinking classes. One should always play fairly when one has the winning cards. I am so clever that sometimes I simply do not understand a single word of what I am saying. Men marry because they are tired, women because they are curious. Both are inevitably disappointed. Who, being loved, is poor? Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. There is a luxury in self-reproach. When we blame ourselves, we feel no one else has a right to blame us. Please subscribe for more videos.